All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Phil-Mont Christian Academy Girls Varsity Soccer. We have Phil-Mont versus Calvary Christian. I apologize for a couple of technical issues, getting some sound, etc., but we are online at this point. Calvary is leading 3-0. We are about halfway through the first half. Just had an offside call. Calvary is in dark blue, going from left to right. Phil-Mont is in white, going from right to left. Again, this is Girls Varsity Soccer at Phil-Mont Christian Academy.
Otero set up for a goal kick. Ball is out on the far side. Calvary throw in front of the Phil-Mont bench. Gracie McMahon gets her foot on it, goes out again for a throw-in. Ball goes through to Laura Chapman in goal for Phil-Mont. Brings it out to the top of the area and punts. No Phil-Mont player there, but Calvary gets control of the ball, puts it down on the right wing. Malia McKay turns nicely. Emily Chi puts it up again. Calvary gets control of midfield, puts it back to the fullbacks. Goes through again to the midfield. But again, Laura Chapman comes out to snuff out the challenge threatened by a Calvary player very closely. Ball bounces out of bounds for a Calvary throw-in on the far side of the field. Calvary sends it down the right wing, but not quite enough room. Goes out over the end line for a goal kick. Audrey Chapman steps up and taps the ball out of bounds. Calvary puts it down, but Malia McKay is there. Goes back into the middle for Calvary. Headed out of bounds by Calvary. We have a Phil-Mont throw-in deep in their area. And Calvary has put in another goal. High shot from the left side over keeper Laura Chapman. That would be Calvary 4, Phil-Mont 0. Ashley Erickson brings it up to the front to the midfield spot. Taps it back to Audrey Chapman. Audrey dribbles the ball up, nicely past a couple players, puts it forward, but challenged by Calvary. They regain control of the midfield. Calvary swings it around to the right side. Audrey Chapman steps up, gets control, tries to put it through the middle, but it's blocked. Audrey still battling for the ball. Emily Chi steps up and gets control, but goes right back to Calvary. Tries to go down the right wing. Diana Otero gets the ball. Calvary puts it out to the left wing. Shoots over the net. Phil-Mont takes throw in from the right side. Recovered by Calvary. It's back into the center. Gracie McMahon steps up, gets the ball forward, back to Calvary, back to the midfield. Katie Tipton turns nicely, shielding the ball. Audrey Chapman takes the ball away nicely, continues to dribble up the right side of the field, puts still with the ball. Audrey puts it over into the middle. Katie Tipton dribbling to the left side, takes a shot on net. Keeper is able to control that and take care of the threat. Good movement by Phil-Mont, Audrey Chapman and Katie Tipton combining. Ball goes out of bounds on the near side for a Phil-Mont throw-in. Ashley Erickson challenging for the ball. Ayana Washington steps up to combine. Deanna Otero on the back line. And another shot from the left side of Calvary finds the back of the net. Now 5-0 for Calvary. Ashley Erickson puts it back to Nigella Washington. Nigella puts it back to Malia McKay. Back forward again. Nigella challenging for it. Ball goes into center mid for Calvary. Over to the right side. Puts it back in the middle. Takes a shot, but is partially covered by Phil-Mont. Ball goes out of bounds for a corner kick. Ball comes in the middle, cleared out nicely by Phil-Mont defense. Throw in on the far side for Calvary. Ball's out of bounds off Katie Tipton. Calvary throw in. Foul throw, and goes over to Phil-Mont. Ashley Erickson gets her head on the ball, sends it forward. Picked up by Calvary defense. Over to the left side. Ball goes through, but cleared out by Phil-Mont defense. Into the side of the net, but not inside. And goal kick for Phil-Mont, taken by Audrey Chapman. Audrey puts the ball up nicely. Headed into the middle by Katie Tipton. A bit of a trip there by Calvary, called by the referee. Have a free kick for Phil-Mont, just outside their penalty area. Audrey Chapman puts the ball up nicely. Katie Tipton working for it. Calvary gets control. Their back line puts it back to center full. Back into the middle. Slots it through on the left side, but Emily Chi turns, however, has her pocket picked by Calvary. Calvary with the ball on the far side. Out over the end line, but off of a Phil-Mont player. Another corner kick for Calvary. This is girls varsity soccer at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. We have the Phil-Mont Falcons, coached by Catherine Ollinger, playing the Calvary Christian School. Calvary curls the ball in, and it's in the net. So we have a player waiting in front of the net, is able to deflect the ball into the net. I believe we have a score of 6 at this point, 6-0. Katie Tipton working on the left side here. As the ball turns, trying to get away, but is not able to. Gets tripped by a Calvary player. Call from the far side of the field by the referee. And we have a free kick for Phil-Mont at the 25-yard line for Calvary. Audrey Chapman stepping up for the ball. Referee steps up to get the 10 yards for the players. And moves Calvary back a little bit. We have Deanna Otero stepping up to get the ball. Puts the ball through nicely in the air to Audrey Chapman right there, but the keeper comes out strong. A good play preset from from Audrey and Deanna working together. I think the ball was exactly where Audrey wanted it. Audrey comes back quickly on defense, and we have an offside again on the far side of the field. Audrey Chapman stepping up for a free kick. And we have halftime here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. This is girls varsity soccer at Phil-Mont. We have Phil-Mont Christian Academy versus Calvary Christian Academy. All right, we are getting ready for the second half here at Phil-Mont Christian Academy. We have girls varsity soccer game between Phil-Mont Christian Academy and Calvary Christian. The score, I believe, is 6-0 in favor of Calvary. Calvary is in blue, and they are going from right to left at this half. Phil-Mont is in white, and they are defending the left side of the field. So this is the beginning of the second half. Phil-Mont Christian Academy girls varsity soccer. Calvary has tap, puts the ball back to their own line. Through to midfield, Ashley Erickson comes back. Deanna Otero steps up, gets her foot on the ball. Calvary battling for the ball, midfield, puts it over to the right side. Right wing dribbles down, guarded by Malia McKay. Malia puts it in the middle. She's guarded by Emily Chi. Ball goes through to Laura Chapman, very close to the end line. Laura gets control, brings the ball out to the midfield, or to the top of the penalty area, and punts out to midfield. Calvary steps up, gets foot on the ball. Calvary moving the ball around, puts it back to their back line. Puts it into center. Out to the left wing. Give and go on the left side, but the ball is shepherded out. Well, it doesn't go out of bounds. Deanna Otero turns nicely, brings the ball out, but just to the midfield. Midfielder turns to the right, evades Ashley Erickson, puts it back to the defenders. Back into the center. Over the left side, guarded by Audrey Chapman, takes a shot. Ball goes wide to the right of the net, and Phil-Mont will have goal kick coming out. We have a beautiful fall day here at Phil-Mont. A little chilly now that the sun's going down. As you can see, the shadows lengthening across the field. Once it gets shadows over all the field, it will make it a little bit easier for exposure for the camera, but meanwhile, we'll do the best we can. Ball goes back to Calvary at midfield. Turns, but ball goes out of bounds over the touchline. Phil-Mont takes a quick throw in, puts it down the right side. Katie Tipton in pursuit. Ball goes off to Katie's foot, and Calvary throw in. Audrey. Calvary pressing forward, harassed by Deanna Otero, who puts the ball nicely off the right side of her foot. Ball goes out over the end line for a goal or a corner kick for Calvary. Good defensive play by Deanna, coming back to put out the fire. Calvary puts the ball in, curls it in nicely. Laura Chapman steps up and puts the ball over the end line. Should be another goal corner kick, and that's the case. So Laura on alertly watching that near post. Puts the ball out. Short corner taken. Ball goes back in off of Emily Chi's foot, and another corner kick for Calvary. Another short corner. Ball comes back in. Audrey puts the ball forward. Katie Tipton sends it upfield. Calvary puts the ball back to the fullbacks. Challenged by Ashley Erickson. Ashley in pursuit of the ball. chases defender back into their own area. Defender puts the ball into the middle. Keeper is not permitted to touch the ball, but puts it into the left side. I think we have a handball over on the far side of the field. And Calvary is taking a free kick. Calvary gets the ball up the left side, keeps it in bounds. Left wing coming down with the ball, puts it into the middle. Laura Chapman gets an initial save and also gets a rebound. Diana Otero is in goal to clear a shot that comes in while Laura was out. So good teamwork there, keeping the ball out of the net. Calvary continues to put pressure on. Katie Tipton gets a touch. Goes back to Calvary. Calvary turns, puts it out on the right side. Ball high in the middle. Diana Otero heads the ball, goes out of bounds over the end line for a corner kick. Laura Chapman puts the ball into the, gets the ball near side, cleared out by Malia McKay. Calvary has the ball on the far side. Malia gets her foot on it, goes out for a throw-in, I believe it is. Laura Chapman comes over to challenge, gets her foot on the ball, intercepted by Calvary. Goes to the left, right wing. Right wing puts it up, goes off of Malia McKay's head. She needs a throw-in. Needs a minute to collect herself. And the ball's back in play. Malia steps up again, ball to Emily Chi. It's back to Calvary. Calvary puts it into the middle. Katie Tipton forward to Ashley Erickson, nicely controlled. Ashley puts it forward to Gracie McMahon. Laura Chapman steps up, gets control, brings it back to the right side, puts the ball through. Rolls all the way to the into the penalty area and received by the Calvary keeper. Ball out on the far side, Phil-Mont throw-in. Malia McKay steps up for the throw-in. Katie Tipton bringing the ball down hard on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds over the end line for a goal kick. Otero steps up, intercepts the ball, puts it into the middle. Katie Tipton, ball goes up in the air. Calvary working again to bring the ball up. They bring the ball up the left side. Turns back to the midfield. Dribbling up through this midfield. Puts the ball over to the right side. Got a wing open, nice turn, but behind the net for a goal kick for Phil-Mont. Malia McKay steps up for a goal kick. Turned by Katie Tipton, but out of bounds for Calvary throw-in. Ball on the far side, tapped out of bounds by Audrey Chapman. A Calvary substitution. Calvary with the ball on the far side of the field. Katie Tipton comes in, deflects the ball out of bounds. Calvary throw-in. Calvary puts the ball through into the center. Emily Cheap gets foot on it, puts it through to Audrey Chapman. Audrey looking to turn, puts it back to Emily, and Emily kicks it back up the field. It's up to center field. Defender puts it back to the Calvary keeper. Has it on her foot. Puts the ball through. Calvary dribbling up the left side of the field. Back into the middle. And Otero clears it up. Calvary again back to the keeper. Has it on her feet. Over to the right side. Audrey Chapman steps up, gets the ball over to the back to the defender, puts it up to midfield. Right wing dribbling down the right side. Stopped by Phil-Mont. Turns. Keeper comes out of their box. Puts it out of bounds for a Phil-Mont throw-in. And the ball goes through on the left side of the field. Turns back to the center and shoots with the right foot, but wide left of the goal. Okay, we have a ball in the field now. Deanna Otero stepping up for goal kick. Audrey Chapman steps the ball nicely off of Gracie McMahon. Ball for throw-in for Calvary. Have a runner cutting to the left wing, but Audrey Chapman steps up. The ball ricochets off Calvary for a Phil-Mont throw-in. Deanna Otero steps up for a goal kick, or a throw-in, excuse me. Have Calvary throw-in. Calvary puts the ball through to the right side, doesn't get all the way through, but player turns and shoots into the far side of the net for a score. Phil-Mont puts the ball back to Audrey Chapman. Audrey puts it back to Deanna Otero on the back line. Deanna puts it up forward. Ball's rolling through, all the way through to the keeper in the penalty area. Calvary taking a throw in on the far side of the field. Challenged by Emily Chi, puts it out of bounds into safety. So another Calvary throw in. Calvary puts it into the middle. Player turns back to the right wing. Malia McKay challenging. Ball comes into the middle. Laura Chapman takes care of it and brings the ball back out for a punt. The ball rolls out of bounds in front of the Phil-Mont bench. Calvary throw in. Calvary brings the ball up the right side of the field into the middle. Audrey Chapman gets her foot on it. Calvary puts it back to the right, then back to the middle, steps up with a shot, hard shot, and it's in the net. Calvary bringing it up the left side. Dribbling hard for goal. Deanna Otero comes over to save the ball. Puts it out of bounds. Calvary throw in. Ball over on the left side, challenged by Ashley Erickson. Goes back to Nigella Jones, puts it forward. Calvary puts it out to the right wing. The wing challenged by Malia McKay. Goes back to the halfback. Back to the back line. Ball deep in the Calvary area on the left side. Phil-Mont throw-in. Hard shot by Deanna Otero, just over the right side. Good play. Calvary bringing the ball down the right side, puts it back into the middle. Over to the right wing, back into the middle. Deanna Otero steps up, intercepts the ball, dribbling down the left side. Defender comes over, puts the ball out of bounds on the far side for a Phil-Mont throw-in. Over to the left wing, ball gets tapped out of bounds by Nigella for a Calvary throw-in. Left wing steps up, shoots wide to the left. Audrey Chapman came out hard to challenge, put pressure and went down, but didn't need to make the save. The ball went wide. So good work by Laura Chapman. Good work by Laura to come out and threaten the oncoming forward who was coming in one-on-one on the goal. Audrey Chapman steps up for a goal kick. Audrey gets control of the ball, puts the ball wide to Nigella. Audrey comes over and picks up the ball. Goes into space on the right side. Calvary touches the ball, goes out of bounds on the touchline. Into Deanna Otero. Katie Tipton in the middle. Ball skies off the side of her foot over to Calvary. Calvary brings it up the right side of the field. Emily Chi puts the ball out of bounds on the far side for a throw-in. Shot to the right side. Laura Chapman steers it out of bounds. Corner kick for Calvary. Calvary takes a short corner. Deanna Otero clears the ball out. Calvary back at the back line with the ball. Challenged by Audrey Chapman. Audrey takes the ball away, puts it through to the right side. Audrey puts the ball into the penalty area. It goes to the keeper. Audrey again gets control of the ball, steps up in the middle. Puts the ball through. Deanna Otero chasing, but not able to get there before the keeper. Ball headed forward by Katie Tipton. And out of bounds by Calvary on the far side. Ball goes to the keeper. Audrey Chapman with the ball on the far side of the field. Evades two Calvary players, dribbles the ball up center field, puts the ball forward for Katie Tipton. Katie coming up the side. Calvary puts it to their other player and brings the ball back up the middle. Some type of infraction on the far side of the field. We have a free kick from Calvary. Calvary throw-in. Katie Tipton in pursuit of the ball down the left side. Keeps the ball in bounds, centers, but not quite enough. And the ball goes over the end line for a goal kick. Good pursuit. Energy by Katie on the left side. Calvary switches the ball to the near side. Puts it forward. Challenged by Audrey Chapman. No call. Calvary brings it up the right side of the field. Pursued by Malia McKay. Puts it into the center. Deanna Otero turns nicely with the ball. Deflected by Ashley Erickson into the free area. Pursuit, but Calvary gets control of the ball. Phil-Mont puts it back into the penalty area. Calvary keeper takes control. Calvary brings ball forward. It's on the left side. Challenged by Nigella Jones. Back to midfield. Back into the center. Takes a quick turn to the left. Through for a Calvary player, but the player's offside. Audrey Chapman stepping up. And that will be the end of the game. Phil-Mont Christian Academy versus Calvary Christian. Calvary was able to dominate and scored in both halves. Phil-Mont was not able to put the ball into the net. So this is Phil-Mont Christian Academy Varsity Girls Soccer live stream from Phil-Mont Christian Academy. Encourage you to subscribe on Super Phil-Mont YouTube site. You'll see all the home varsity soccer games, and you'll be able to, if you subscribe to the channel, then you will get announcements of when the sports are going to be streamed. There are other events as well that we will be streaming throughout the year. So check back on this channel. At this point, we will sign off here at Phil-Mont. Looks like the girls are talking to the coach over there on the side, and so we will sign off at this point, and encourage you to come on Saturday for the Fall Classic at Phil-Mont. There'll be boys and girls varsity soccer games, as well as retirement celebrations for Chip Struck and Joel Bacon, who have retired but both served over 40 years here at Phil-Mont, and they will be honored at that point. So have a good evening, and we will continue with the next home game on Saturday.